Today I'm going to show you how to use some old Beltane folklore for a modern spell to bewitch your looks all year long. At the end of this video I'll share a special tip to make your beauty elixir look extra witchy. I'm Mickie Mueller. Welcome to my studio. You see, we're talking about working with elemental spirits, with the spirits of the land, with the Fae. And when the Fae see you, they don't see your designer clothes. They don't see your makeup. They don't see the bags under your eyes because you were up too late working on art or writing like I am sometimes. What they see is your inner light. And that is why working with the Fae for this kind of magic is fantastic, because that's all they see. They're not sidetracked by all of the bells and whistles that we think we have to do to make ourselves look acceptable for society. They see our inner light. So we're going to make that inner light shine, and it's going to be wonderful. Now I want to say I'm talking here about a beauty spell, but I don't want anybody out there to think this is just for the ladies, because it's not. That's just not how we roll. Everybody's beautiful inside. Your age, it doesn't matter. Sex, your sexual orientation, your gender, I don't care who you are. You're beautiful inside. You have a light inside of you. And that is what this spell is going to draw out. That's what makes us beautiful. All of this, whatever your makeup, your hair, your clothes that you're wearing, whether your nails are done or it's all chipping off like mine is usually, that's all the exterior stuff. The real magic and the real beauty comes from inside of you. And so this is for guys, this is for girls, this is for my trans friends. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. This is a spell that's meant to bring your inner light out. And when you go out into the world and your inner light is shining, you feel more confident, you automatically stand up straighter, you automatically smile more, and you just feel good about life. And guess what, kiddos? That's what makes us beautiful. And that is what this spell is all about. It's about bringing a little bit of love and enchanting it into a bottle so that every time you use it, you're reminded of that light that's inside of you. Okay, so before we begin, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about Beltane. You can see here on my Wheel of the Year plaque, this is Beltane right here, and you can see the maypole. This is all of the seasons. If we turn it the opposite way, so Beltane's on the bottom, you'll see that Samhain here is on the top. Samhain, or Halloween, is a time when we talk about the spirits of the dead. During Beltane, we talk about dealing with a lot of different kinds of spirits, the spirits of the earth or the Fae. There was an old bit of folklore that said if you were to go out into the field on Beltane morning, May Day morning, and wash your face in the morning dew, it would make your skin beautiful and you would be beautiful all year long. It was a natural beauty elixir that came from the realm of the Fae, the other world. And so I came up with this idea years ago because I loved the idea of it. I think I saw it first on a show, actually, that was called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, that they showed years ago on PBS or something. I think my mom was watching it, and of course, because she was watching it, I was there in the background and I was paying attention, and it seemed like a bit of magic to me that the little girls were wanting to go out and wash their faces in morning dew, and I was like, I want to do that. That sounds like magic to me. And later on, of course, I found out that May Day, which was the day that they were celebrating, is actually the old Celtic festival that we know of as Beltane. So what do you need for this spell? Is it hard to do? Do I need a lot of weird ingredients? No, you don't. You don't need a lot of weird ingredients. In fact, it's really, really easy. It's not expensive, and you can do it from probably stuff that you have at your house already. The two main ingredients that you need for this spell is morning dew, and I'm going to show you how you get that. You want to collect it on Beltane. I'm filming this video before Beltane because I want to make sure that everybody sees it before Beltane. That way you're prepared and you know what you need to do to put the spell together. The second ingredient that you need is some face cream, something simple. You don't have to spend a lot of money. This was an off-brand. I've peeled the label off. It came off real easily. And what you want is a thin kind of, I'll show you what this is like. Hang on a second. I hope that you can see this. You want one that's thin, that when it comes out, it's kind of like, whoop, there you go. It's really thin and light, and it rubs in easily. No big deal, no fuss, no muss. What you don't want is one of those heavy face creams that comes in the jar, and I had one I was going to show you guys, but I left it downstairs, and we're upstairs in my studio right now, so I'm not going to run down and get it because that's the kind of girl I am. But you don't want like a heavy cream that's in a jar, mostly because the dew's harder to mix, because it's easier to mix that dew in there, because I'll tell you what, you're not going to get a lot, you're going to get a few drops. Dew's hard to collect. Well, it's not hard to collect, but it's hard to collect a lot. You're not going to get like a cup. A little bit of Beltane dew goes a long way because it's infused with all of that good spirit energy from the earth. So it doesn't take much to make a whole bottle of this amazing beauty elixir that's bewitched and enchanted for you to use all year long. I think you're really going to like this. So I stepped outside this morning when there was still dew on the ground, and this is what you're going to do on Beltane morning. You need to go outside before the sun is up if you can, or right after, as soon as you can, as early as you can. You want to get up there right at dawn because that's when the dew is on everything. And on Beltane morning, that dew is enchanted by all that good fairy love. So you're going to want to go outside with a jar and collect that dew, and I will show you how to do that. It's super easy. You just swipe that jar through the grass and the clover, and as you do, it kind of comes up into the jar. You just do it kind of sideways and upside down, as you can see I'm doing here. And as you do that, it will gather up in the jar. You're only going to get a few drops, but that's okay. You can also, if there's some flowers that you see out there that you want to work with, and there's dew on those flowers, definitely tap that dew from the flower right into your jar. So that's all you have to do to collect a little bit of morning dew. It's super easy. So as you can see, I got a pretty good amount of water in there, of fresh morning Beltane dew. Now there's some kind of stuff. You can see a little bit of stuff swimming around in there, which we really don't want. So I'm going to show you how to strain that out so that you have some nice clean water that you're putting on your face. It's fairly easy to do. Oh, I think I see a little friend. I think I'm going to catch and release that little guy and go put him back outside, and then we can continue. I'm going to keep the spirits of the land happy with me. Okay, Mr. Bug is back outside where he can be happier, and now I want to show you how to strain the little bits of plant stuff that's in here. Okay, so we're back to the witch's kitchen, and now I'm going to show you how to take this little bit of liquid here that's in this, and it doesn't need a lot, but you can kind of see it in there. How you're going to take this little bit of Beltane morning dew and strain it so that you can use it to make a magical Beltane product that's going to enhance your beauty all year. First thing you're going to need is a handy dandy coffee filter. I use these all the time in magic and art. There's some hair, that's kind of gross. To strain all kinds of things that I make, like my herbal tinctures and herbal infusions and stuff like that. So coffee filters come in really handy. I'm just going to put it in this cup, and yes, it's not a perfect fit, but that doesn't really matter because it's just paper. And you can kind of form it around the lip of the glass. This is a great method for making any kind of infusion, but in this instance, we're just going to use it to strain out any impurities that got into our Beltane dew. I like using these little bread tie things. It's a super easy way to secure the coffee filter to the cup so that you don't have to worry about it falling in or anything. I used to use rubber bands, but sometimes they fly back off and it's just a big hassle. But these, they just stay in place, and it's Great. So that's all you need to do. I'm going to take our little bit of liquid that we have, and we're just going to pour it in. It's not much, but that's okay. You can see a couple drops. I think you can see a couple drops have already filtered through into our glass there in the bottom. Here, I'll see if I can show you. There's a couple of drops down in there already that you can see. So even though there wasn't very much, it doesn't really matter because it still is going to strain through. So we'll just let it keep going. You can kind of see there's some kind of yucky stuff in there that you wouldn't not really want in your, I don't know, little bits of plant. Who knows what ends up. But we don't want that to put on our face every morning to enhance our beauty. So we're just going to let that strain out. And when we're done, we'll add it to our beauty product. Okay, it really just took a couple of minutes for all of the liquid to drain through, so it was not a problem. I'll just show you really quick how to remove this. Is so easy. You can just pop that off of there. Easy peasy. Pull these out. Now, since you use this for collecting your morning dew, if you're planning on doing a Beltane fire, you can actually just hang on to this because it's got all of that good fairy magic in it. And you can use that as part of your kindling to start your Beltane fire if you want. You could literally let it dry out and use it to write petitions on. You can recycle it. You can do whatever you want with this. If you're so inclined, you can just chuck it. But, you know, I like to try to be mindful of the earth and use things like this in the most responsible ways that I can. So putting that aside for my Beltane fire. And there's what we have now is a little bit of, here goes my camera. Okay, we can do this. And there's what we have in there. There's a little bit, as you can see, of lovely Beltane morning dew. And yeah, it just is a little bit, but this is powerful stuff. And so a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so now that you've got your dew in your bottle of face lotion, the next thing that you're going to want to do is just shake it up and make sure it's really good and mixed in there. So you just shake it as much as you can, shake the heck out of it, and make sure it's good and mixed up. I would do this a lot longer than I'm doing it here now, but yeah, just shake the heck out of it until it's good and mixed. And actually, this is actually shaking up pretty good. I can hear it jiggling around in there, and that's how you know. It's kind of slooshing a little bit, and that's how you know that you've got the right kind of lotion. So yeah, just shake it up. Now, you're going to use this lotion once a week, and that's all you have to do. If you use it once a week, this is going to last you probably most of the year. I usually try to just pick one day of the week so that I can remember to use it that day. A good day of the week to use it is on a Friday. If you use your magical Beltane beauty elixir on Fridays, that is a day that's associated with love, and not just love, romantic love. It's also associated with self-love, and that is what we're working on here, is self-love. So if you use it on a Friday, that's a day that's named after the goddess Freya, who's a goddess of love and beauty, or any day of the week that works for you. If you're like, but Mickie, my day off is Saturday and I would rather use it on Saturday. Use it on Saturday. That's totally fine. It's very flexible. The next thing that I'm going to show you how to do is to add your little bit of energy and enchantment, because the fairies have already added their bit of enchantment and energy to it, and now it's your turn. So all you have to do, and if you want to, you can put it on your altar and you can light all your candles and do your whole thing and cast your circle and have all of the special things. But if you want to just do it old kitchen witch style, do a quick modern witch spell and don't worry about all of that extra stuff, you can totally do that. And here's how I would do it. You Hold it in your hands. And while you're doing it, you're going to imagine yourself confident, happy. Think of yourself at a time when you felt like you were at your best, where you just felt totally decked out. Maybe you were going out for an evening. Maybe you just had a great experience. Maybe somebody just told you, hey, looking good. Like, yeah, whatever works for you. Just think of a time when you felt especially gorgeous, handsome, beautiful, whatever, confident. And that is what you want to summon up, is the memory of that experience. And as you do that, feel it in your heart and feel that energy come down your arms, into your hands, and you're going to push that energy into your bottle. And you do that as you focus on it and think about it. Now, I know a lot of people, when they do a spell, they want to chant. And you don't have to. You can just visualize it and push the energy into it from your visualization. You have to feel it, though. That's the key to magic, is you have to feel it inside of you. There's no way to explain it any better than that. If you're doing it, you'll know. So you just push that feeling into the bottle. But I love writing spells and chants, and so if you want to chant for it, I got you covered. And here's the one that I came up with for this little spell. So you're just going to focus on it like this. And as you do, you're going to gaze at the bottle, and you're going to imagine all of that good energy going into the bottle. And here's a chant that you can use. You can use it once, or you can use it over and over until you feel it raise the energy. And then just you'll know when you're done. But here's the chant. With gratitude to the folk of the Fae, for magic gathered on Beltane Day, bring out my beauty from inside, my inner light just cannot hide. With gratitude to the folk of Fae, for magic gathered on Beltane Day, bring out my beauty from inside, my inner light just cannot hide. With gratitude to the folk of Fae, for magic gathered Beltane Day, bring out my beauty from inside, my inner light just cannot hide. And that's it. I'm going to write that down in the description below so that you can grab it. And now we're to the end of the video, and I'm going to share with you a way to make your magic Beltane elixir look extra witchy on your dressing table or in your restroom or wherever you like to keep all of your beauty getting ready products, because that way you know that this isn't just regular lotion, and when you see it you'll feel witchy and magical. So what I did was I took my Beltane sigil that I made this year. It's brand new and I really like it, and I took that and I turned it into a special label that you can print out on your computer and put on your bottle so that you know that's special and it's just for you and it's your special Beltane elixir. I'm putting the link for that in the comments below. It'll go to, I think I'm going to put it on Dropbox, and you can just download it, print it out, cut it out with some scissors, and use a little glue stick. I just used a plain old glue stick from the store, and do that on there, put it on there, and then pop it onto your bottle. And it comes out looking like this. And that's kind of cool and special. Here, I'll bring it in so you guys can see it a little better. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That is how it turned out, and I think it looks pretty cool. And then you have like something that's really super cool, witchy and custom, and you didn't have to spend a lot of money for it, because I'm a thrifty witch. I'm all about not spending a lot of money. If you're not really into the little plastic bottle on your dressing table and you want something even more witchy, all right, you can put that in any bottle that you want. And I kind of did some digging and I found this little beauty, which I freaking love. How cool is that? And this was $1, so you don't have to spend a lot, okay? What you do want to do, if you're going to put it into a different bottle, what I do recommend that you do is find one with a stopper that's got this little dude on it, and make sure that it seals so that it's airtight. That way, over the year when you're using it, you don't have to worry about it evaporating through. So there you go. When you're finished doing this spell on Beltane morning, you will have your very own Beltane enchanted beauty elixir that you can use anytime you want. Use it once a week so you keep that enchantment going, and use it anytime that you have a special event too, you know? I mean, myself, I'm an author and an illustrator, and so I do events from time to time. I use mine right before I go do an event. I'll use it that day because I want to have my game on, you know, and be extra glamour, bring a little fairy magic to that. Or if I'm going out on a date night with my husband, even though we've been together for 20 years, I still want to turn on the charm. So I like to use it on date nights or just any time that you feel like you need a lift. For that matter, you can even use it on a day when you're feeling kind of low and you're looking in the mirror and you're like, I don't like what I'm seeing. Grab and put it on and remind yourself that it's the light inside that's important. That's what matters most. I'm Mickie Mueller. I hope that you enjoyed visiting me here in my Bewitched studio, and I'll bring you some more spells next time. Just remember, guys, the most powerful magic is the magic that comes from inside of you. Until next time, blessed be. Hey, I almost forgot to tell you. Please drop me a line in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit like and subscribe because I plan on making more of these. Thanks. My first video ever, so I'm learning. That's all.